So we're just gonna go head on. I'm gonna head on back home, and I'm just tell you what what I think about the Supermoto setup. Compared to I haven't ridden the stock. I have not ridden a stock Sur Ron Light Bee, as in like with the stock wheels and the stock dirt wheels and the stock. Actually, you know what we can do? We can ride in the bike lane. Let's just ride in the bike lane. All right, so we're just gonna ride low power mode on the way back, just to save power. Oh yeah, just in case you guys are wondering. So I'm gonna tell you the max speed. The max speed in low power mode is 27. 27. We're going 27 right now. I thought it could go 30, but it's not. It's only going 27 in low power. Let's see if we can get it to go faster. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Tuck down, tuck down, tuck down. No, 27. Okay, so 27. So that was another test right there. We didn't ride it in low power mode at all, but here now we are. We're just riding in the bike lane. Yeah, that is legal in California to ride a moped in the bike lane. And it's 27 miles per hour. That's your top speed in low power mode. So yeah, we're just gonna take it easy on the way back. It's cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts on. These are my thoughts on the Supermoto, the Sur Ron Supermoto wheels. They make your bike lower. I didn't really notice that the bike was lower, to tell you the truth. And I've never ridden a stock Sur Ron with a 48 tooth sprocket, so I cannot comment how it compares to that. But I can comment how it compares to the 62 sprocket with the dirt wheels. Boy, the 62 sprocket, it gets up to your top speed fast, really fast. This one you have to really just wait. I'm gonna turn the high power mode on to get the regen. So yeah, it's really fast. It just gets up to your top speed really fast. The Supermoto setup with the 42 tooth sprocket, it kind of lazy, man. Kind of takes a while to get up to speed, It takes a while to get up to speed, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, so why is there a bike lane here? Does that mean I can wait in the bike lane? I guess so. Let's see, why not? I'm riding a moped. Yeah, it takes a while to get up there, man. But you get your top speed. You get your top speed of 47 miles per hour. It takes forever to get up to 47 miles per hour, though, man. Yeah. So we're just going to stay in the bike lane. Let's see if we can ride the bike lane in high power mode. You definitely can't go wide open throttle. Yeah, so basically, man, you're only going like quarter throttle, and you're already going like 25 miles per hour. I don't recommend going faster than 30 miles per hour. I would say like try to go like 28 in the bike lane, Yeah, so if you just want to just twist it all the way, like it's kind of like a cruise control, I guess. You just put it in low power mode and just give it full throttle, You just put it in low power mode and you just ride in the bike lane all day. It's cool, man. I love this bike, man. Can't do that on a motorcycle. You can't ride in the bike lane. Let's go high power going up this hill. Let's see if we can still climb. Yeah, I can do it. Let's see if we can do it in low power mode, though. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna go put it in high power mode to let it regen going down the hill to save power. It's not very steep hill though. It's just kind of just coasting. Oh, okay, yeah. So another thing is the regen. The regen is not as good. So if you guys aren't familiar with how regen works, like the faster you're going, the more regen you have. So the higher RPM you have, the more regen you have. Because it's kind of like a internal combustion engine. The higher the revs are, the more engine braking you get. So just think of it that way. So I guess like in the lower RPMs, you're not going to get that much regen. So that's why I was saying like, yeah, man, the regen kind of feels wimpy. It's not very good. Yeah. So in the higher RPMs, you get more regen. And I noticed that going down the hill, we're going pretty fast. We're going 30 plus miles an hour, and at 30 plus miles an hour, yeah, you got enough regen, where you can feel it. It's slowing you down. It's at you got to get to that higher speed. It doesn't have a gearbox like the Impulse or like internal combustion. Actually, I'm just gonna loop around the block right here. I was supposed to go left over there. So yeah, so I mean, I had a lot of fun. The regen is weak, pretty weak at low RPM. compared to the 62. But after like about 30 miles per hour, I think about at 30 miles per hour, you're pretty much at top RPM almost. You're getting close to your top RPM, and then you could definitely what's the word? You can feel it. You can feel it. There's more regen. So, but only at higher speeds. So at higher speeds, you'll get that regen. I kind of like the 62 sprocket where you can get that higher. You get that regen, yeah, pretty much all the time. I don't really notice any difference. Oh, until you get to really like a crawling speed, like 10 miles an hour. So your regen is greatest around 30 miles an hour with the Supermoto setup. With the 62 sprocket, it's pretty much, you can feel it all the way down to like 10 miles an hour. So yeah, so I liked it. I like it. I like the regen better with the 62 sprocket. So we did our little U-turn there. What else? So yeah, the regen is weaker compared to 62 sprocket. You gotta go faster to get that higher regen. Because like I said, you gotta get to a higher RPM to get more regen. You know. What else? What else can I talk about? Tires. Tires can suck, man. They slide all over the place. They bounce. So when this bike slides, I've noticed it kind of bounces around a little bit. It doesn't it's not like a smooth slide. It just goes bounce, 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 bounce. I think, actually, you know what, to tell you the truth, I think the suspension is too stiff on this. I think with the Supermoto wheels, yeah. So the ride is much stiffer with the Supermoto wheels. I'll tell you that now. It feels a lot more stiffer. I would be interested to see if we got better range with this though, because the tires, have less drag. They're smooth, so we will probably do a range test with this someday. Again, like I did it with the dirt wheels. So with the dirt wheels, I got 37 miles on low power mode. So we'll do the same test with the Supermoto wheels, just to see how it is. I'd imagine you probably could get the same thing. Yeah, and then but yeah, I think the suspension is too stiff. That's why it keeps on sliding. It's not absorbing. It's not absorbing the bumps and the stuff in the road. Bike is rattling around, you know. So I think what I should have done to prevent that from happening is, for the Supermoto setup, I want to lower the preload. Not the preload. I want to lower the compression a little bit, like maybe like 5 clicks, softer, because it feels like it's too stiff now, you know. But that's a good thing. That's why Supermotos are better riding on the street. They transition a lot faster, because the ride is much stiffer. Your tires are stiffer. I could definitely feel that the ride is bumpier. The ride is bumpier on whatchamacallit, with the Supermoto wheels. So that's one thing I noticed. And yeah, we were sliding around. I caught the bike sliding around like twice. Sometimes the front would slide around a little bit too, and when it does, it kind of hops around. And I think to keep it from hopping around like that, yeah, lower down the compression just a little bit. You could do that. I feel that the suspension feels too stiff with the Supermoto wheels. So like I'm gonna, I will just turn it down a little bit right now. See if it makes the ride better. You want the suspension to work a little bit, Alright, so I'm just going to take a little long route going back home to talk about the Supermoto setup a little more. So what else? The height. The ride height, yeah, the bike is lower. It's lower about 2 inches. I didn't really notice, I don't notice the difference at all when I'm, whatchamacallit. Oh man, I don't want to get doored. I don't want to get doored. Look at these things are sticking out into the bike lane, man. What the hell? Go park somewhere else. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, the bike is lower. Does it necessarily mean the handle's better? Not really. I couldn't scrape any parts. I couldn't scrape any foot peg. I couldn't scrape what's the word? I couldn't scrape foot peg. I couldn't scrape boot, No scrapage is going on here. What else? Yeah, it's a little scary. It slides around a little bit. But yeah, you don't really notice that it's lower when you're riding compared to the other one. But you definitely, I think when you straddle it, when you look at it, it's definitely lower. And plus, when you put it on the side stand, it stays straight up, pretty much, almost. So you got to be careful where you park it with a Supermoto setup. But you could still use a side stand. It's not super low that you couldn't use it anymore, you know. So I see no need to get like a lower one. Climbing, yeah, the climbing power. Climbing power, big difference in power between the 42 tooth sprocket and the 62 sprocket. I was going wide open throttle, and it sounds like it was struggling a whole lot, man. I know 47 miles per hour is the top speed, but you're not gonna get that going uphill, man. You'll be lucky to get 37 miles an hour, you know. From what I remember, the 62 on some of the steep sections, it could do it going like 30 to 34 miles an hour. It's a much better climber with the 62 sprocket. Going downhill, not so much of a problem. I think the bike is speed limited to 47 miles per hour because it just wouldn't go faster than 47 even on the downhill. So I think that's the speed limit. It hit the speed limiter, you know. I do know, yeah. So it's 27 miles per hour. Yeah, it's only 2 miles an hour difference in low power mode. Because 27 miles per hour is the top speed in low power mode. Yeah. 27 miles per hour is a low speed in low power mode. So, and then 25 miles per hour with the 62 sprocket. So the speed limit really isn't that much different, you know. See, I'm going only like 26 right now, and the GPS says we're going 25. So it was going 27 earlier. It had more power before. I think we're at 20% right now, so we're going pretty slow. Oh, this is kind of scary. I don't want to go through this thing. Oh. Yeah, dude, the ride is much stiffer. Oh, jeez. This guy's just hanging out here. We're gonna go pass him. See, we can pass cars. So, also, you saw that we can keep up with a real motorcycle, a real motorcycle on downhill with the Supermoto setup, as you saw earlier there. I'm sure that guy was like, you know, a really good rider. Like he was like scraping knee and everything, dragging knee. Yeah, we probably wouldn't be able to keep up with him, but we did a pretty good job keeping up with it. In fact, we could have probably passed him, but he probably would have passed us. It's got a lot more power than this bike, you know. Yeah, so yeah, we kept up with an internal combustion motorcycle. That was pretty cool. I was not expecting to keep up with that guy. In fact, we were gaining on him. That bumpy section where you go over, where you do those jumps, I jumped my electric motorcycle on those. I wanted to jump that stuff, but I was like, whoa, if you try to jump it, we might crash into it. We might just suddenly break or something. Let's not do it. so I said, nah, let's not do that. What else? Yeah. What else can I notice? It changes direction a lot. It just changed that direction faster with these Supermoto wheels. The suspension feels stiffer, you know. It transitions faster. My suggestion is like lower the compression a little bit. Whoa. Lower the compression a little bit. If you're gonna put the Supermoto wheels on, and you want the ride to be a little plush, in my opinion, it's too stiff with the Supermoto wheels, you know. And to you know, I think to keep it from bouncing around like that during sliding, I think you can lower the compression. That would be a good idea. We'll have to do some range tests some other day. I will do a low power range test another day when I have to go ride somewhere far away, you know. So oh yeah, we're at 17% and we've gone 21 miles so far. I think. Yeah, we're at 17%, so we should probably go home now. We're at 16 now, so 16, and then we're at 22% right now. So that's the stats for this trip. We went 22 miles, and we got 17%. Not very. It seems like it eats more power. It eats up more power with the Supermoto setup, with the wider gearing. Because I guess it's working harder. It's not really going anywhere, and you're twisting it. You know, you're putting a lot of load on the motor. The 62 sprocket, it seems like it's less stressed. So, all right, I made it home. We're home. Yeah. So we will be riding this. Let's see. Oh yeah, we didn't do any stand-up riding. You saw it. We could do wheelies and stuff. Don't hit my car. Let's see if we can pop up the curb. Well. Oh, I think we can pop up the curb. Let's see. Let's see if we can pop off the curb. We did a wheelie. Kind of scared me. It was a good one. Let's do pivot turns. Pivot turns. Oh, it's pretty easy. I got a 270 pivot turn right there. 270. So it seems like the pivot turn's actually a little bit easier with the Supermoto wheels because the control it's not so sensitive. Let's see if we can pop it up and then hold it with the rear brake. Ooh! Oh! Oh, I thought the fender hit the ground. Oh yeah, I forgot I have this fender on here. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's another thing we're supposed to test with this X fender. So I did get some mud on it. I saw some mud on the back of it. Let's go take a look at it real quick. So yeah, there's a little bit of mud back there. There's some mud on the tail here. I don't think that mud was there earlier. Let me go take my jacket off. Let me see if there's any mud on the back of my jacket. We did run over a little bit of mud, so it looks like it caught some. It did catch some mud, so the question is, did it keep it off the back of my jacket? That's what I wanted to know. I wish we could have rode through some more mud. There wasn't really any mud out there. It was just like pools of water and then just dried mud. So no, not really. I kind of see a little bit here maybe, but that might have been something else. I don't see any mud on the back of my jacket. Maybe that fender really does work. Let's hope it doesn't come off. It stayed on there the whole time. That's cool. I have a feeling when we take that to the off-road park, it's gonna break off. But yeah, so all the fasteners look like they're still on here. Yep, they look like they're okay. Chain looks good. Chain's still on there. Let me see if my safety wire is on there. The good thing is you can tell where it is. It must be on the counter sprocket somewhere. I don't see it. There we go. Spin the tire a little bit. Oh, there it is. It's still there. So my safety wire dealie is still there. Yeah, so there it is. It did an okay job. Maybe we still needed to scrub the tires in. That could be why. There's a chicken strip like here, like right around there. So we used about that much of the tire. Actually, it looks like we used a little bit of this tire too. This one, not so much. The front tire, we used a good amount. It's a small tire. So, yeah. We didn't get to the edge. I didn't feel like we were pushing it a whole lot. Maybe, I don't know, man. It just wasn't fast enough to go, super fast. Like, plus I let off sometimes, I don't want to die. Yeah, so that was a Supermoto setup. I hope you guys enjoyed that ride. It's cool. My suggestion is like you lower the compression. Lower the compression a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down like 3 clicks. Go down like 3 clicks. And maybe the ride will be better, we'll go down 5 clicks on the front. So. I also wanted to add that, with these tires, since they're street tires, you would think it would be a smoother ride on the street, but it's not. Not really. It really doesn't feel much different compared to these. Maybe if you had knobbies. These are kind of knobbies. These are my dirt wheels. They're kind of knobbies, but not really. They're a trials tire. It's more like a dual sport tire, so it's a dual purpose. You can ride it on the street, but you would think it would be a little bit smoother, and maybe it is if on a flat surface, but with how bad the roads are here, you don't really notice the difference with them. And it's probably in part because they're so small. The rubber's so small on it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Man, my bike is getting really muddy. What's up with that? There's like a big dirt stripe going down the center of it. So funny. I think I need to wash it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think if you're gonna be riding on the street more, I think this is a better setup. and it goes at higher top speed. We will. I will do a range. I will do a range test one day. So look out for that. We'll do another ride along, and then we'll test how far we can go in low power mode. And then maybe one day we'll do it in high power mode. We'll just, we'll ride. We'll try not to stay in the. Well, no, we won't go in the bike lane at all. Unless we're going on like a 50 zone or something. I don't want to ride this in the 50 zone. The cars will be totally passing you. You can go to 47 miles per hour though, so you probably can do a 50 zone. Yeah, if you go wide open throttle more, you're gonna eat up more power on this because the engine has to work harder to get up to top speed. The 62 sprocket, it gets up there like fast, and it stays up there. And it puts a lot less load on the motor. So I think if you were to kind of like split the difference, put like a 50 or 52 sprocket, I think that'll be the sweet spot right there, where you can get the you can get the top speed and you can get the torque. It's not it's pretty slow with this setup. I'd like to try the 48 sprocket on this one. Just change the sprocket, but then your speedometer will be off. So that's another annoying thing. I wish they'd put the speedometer in like the rotor or something. That would have been better. That was my suggestion, Sur Ron. Put some kind of a pickup on the rotor, a magnet, and then that way, you can just put it on the caliper somewhere, and that way it will never change, Of course, you might have to get a special sprocket, or just put a magnet on the sprocket, duh. On the rotor, the rotor. So. Yeah, that is kind of the annoying thing about the Sur Ron. When you mess with the gearing, it messes with the speedometer. You can actually, so yeah, the good thing is with the Supermoto setup, with the 42 sprocket and the Supermoto wheels, your speedometer works also. That's another thing I didn't mention again, but yeah, in the video I did mention it. With the 42 sprocket, you will your speedometer works properly now. It was a little bit off at higher speeds, like at 47 miles per hour. It was saying we were going 45 miles per hour. So the higher speed you go, the more inaccurate it gets, but it's still pretty close. It's really, really close to the GPS. So you can actually use the speedometer. That's what I didn't like about it before. I had to do all these calculations and stuff. I don't want to do that while I'm riding. I was like, we're going 50 miles an hour faster than what it says. I got to subtract. No, I don't want to do that while I'm riding, dude. I don't want to do no math while I'm riding. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was just something extra I wanted to point out, that the speedometer actually works.